last, we finally get to the final chapter of Dynasty Warriors 7. We now start the fourth and final kingdom, the Jin Kingdom. And this is only accessible if you unlocked Jin by beating Wu, Wei, and Shu. So, without further ado, and how ironic, we're actually going to play as the man who set the foundations of the Jin playthrough. Let's start the Jin playthrough. And of course, take a drink for every time one of the Sima family happens to call somebody an imbecile.
Father, the enemy has emerged from the castle and has formed defensive ranks. Why would they come out? It is the height of idiocy.
Sure, you must act as a decoy and attack from the south. Zhao, once the enemy reacts to Shi's attack, you must strike from the rear.
This man, he rebels against Wei and strikes out on his own.
And yet he is nothing but a mere fool! This battle is an insult to us all. End it!
And fresh out the gate, we have to deal with a rebellion.
Lord Shahoba's father was a famous
Just
warrior
for the
too.
clarification
I
here,
hope we can rely
the
on
guy
him in
we're
this battle.
facing, Gongsun Yuan, really didn't like the Sima family, which is why he's holed up in Yan,
left it behind.
and he wanted to try to start his new kingdom without the Sima family, thus calling himself the King of Yan.
Appreciate having a Shaho in their midst.
Oh man, that's not gonna end well for him. Cause Sima Yi is not the type of guy that deals with stupidity.
Shahoba's brother. What? I just thought you might like to know.
Speaking of Shahoba, because the peasant just mentioned it actually, Shahoba is one of the new characters of Jin, as is Sima Shao and Sima Shi.
Has he no sense of
You won't be able to play as Shahoba as you will the other Jin warriors.
Lord Wu Zhang will be a real
And as a matter of
asset to us
fact,
in the coming battle.
I don't think Shahoba may be sticking around for much longer.
My lord,
Trust me on
I was
that.
just reading about your family. Is it true?
Oh, and the ironic thing is, Shahoba is a short character. And if his voice any familiarity to you, his voice actor is the same voice actor as Edward Elric. So technically, his voice actor is still voice acting a short and short-tempered character.
Zhao.
And now we meet Sima Shao, sorry. Sima Shao is basically the laziest man on Earth,
Fine.
next to Liu
It's
Shan.
not like this battle is going to last very long anyway.
Trust me, Liu Shan may be the laziest man in the world.
I'm arranged to be married, but I'm not sure.
But Sima Shao at least shows his competence. He just
Aren't your
really
sons in
doesn't
a
care at
similar
the point.
position, my lord? Maybe they're just as confused as me.
And we'll also meet Sima Shi, who
Speak to the person
is
with the red
just
mark
as,
above
if not
their head
more,
to begin the
cutthroat
battle.
than his own father.
Here, that person is Lord Sima Sure.
And that's the last time we'll ever see the messenger guy. Thank God.
I hope I can actually do
'Cause
something this time.
obviousness is
With this
obvious.
battle, I just kind of rocked back and forth.
Yeah, you'll probably be rocking back and forth
that
too,
stupid traitor. I
as
didn't
some
know
of the
that.
generic officers would beat the crap out of you, but that's okay. And there's some people who just didn't want to fight. But the whole point of this playthrough, there's going to be a lot of rebellions who, due to the fact of people who do not like Sima Sure or the Sima clan in general. And I was just making sure that
Tell me, son.
the story mode didn't reset the fan, or the ultimate weapon I have.
Nothing more than than a mere fool. This battle is as good as won.
Boy.
However,
I'm not taking a drink because I don't drink alcohol, but I am drinking water, and I've already took my drinks. All three of them.
United around Sun Quan. However, Wei and Wu have lost many of their heroes for some time. The balance of power has shifted.
Let's wait till this conversation's over and we can get started.
Fans the flames of rebellion.
Oh, keep in mind, there's gonna be a lot of people fanning the flames of rebellion.
Has taken a decisive change for the worse.
Yep.
Go. I wish to bring a quick end to
A
this
lot
battle.
of people will be fanning the flames of rebellion. So, let's get started with Gongsun Yuan's rebellion.
We'll attack from the south, as we discussed. That ought to draw the
This is basically like the Yellow Turban Rebellion.
You will set up camp to the east.
For this playthrough, anyway. All the Yellow Turbans are dead by now. In fact, most of the heroes, after we
Father, what's the
fought
point of
alongside with or played with, are probably dead.
Isn't worth the effort. Sometimes you have to fight battles that are dull, my son. Responsibility demands.
And Sima Yi does not like responsibility, if you could probably see here. It'll definitely cost them in some battles later on.
Can't believe it. I've never met someone so strong.
And that takes care of that guy. Moving on.
Once we reach our initial goal,
Let's head on to
from there we will draw the enemy out.
some of these capture points. Well, some of these points to capture, sorry, that's what I meant to say. There are certain points
Those cowards have run for the hills.
that we need to capture, and it's kind of optional. You can capture all of them if you want, but you have to at least capture one. Of course, this is one of those areas where you have to take the long way around, and there's multiple paths to get to a destination. Kind of redundant if you ask me.
What's the matter? I realize our enemy town is hardly worthy of your attention, but
I was just remembering the times I fought Zhuge Liang. Back when I had opponents I didn't think could be.
Wow, he had that much respect for Zhuge Liang, to the point where he actually misses Zhuge Liang upon his death in Wu Zhang Plains.
And just like that,
And yet,
they break down their defenses. Keep
they
going
have
enemy south.
Jiang Wei. Oh, let me just get this out of the way now. Most of the fires that you'll be seeing in this playthrough, trust me, you'll be seeing a lot of fire attacks. Jiang Wei has some way, shape, or form, some sort of hand in it.
I really
It may not sound like that. It may not sound good, but yeah. He somehow has a hand in most of the fire attacks that happens in this playthrough.
To use in realizing my
Which is why I made the Smokey Bear comment, spoiler alert, at the end of the shoe playthrough. Oh, great. Let's hop on a horse and let's save Sima Yi, because he's got himself in trouble. Him and his non-caring attitude. The guy's fun to fight with. It's just his character is comically lazy in the game. And Koei, what the hell? Seriously, man.
You have the nerve to come alone?
You glitched my horse in a passable area. What the hell, Koei? That has never happened to me before. Anyway, let's save Sima Yi before he dies. That's the most ironic thing or messed up thing that has ever happened.
The enemy has the advantage. Fight with courage, man.
Oh boy.
What a disaster.
Well, at least I saved the guy. I'm not sounding too bored or nothing like that. I'm just saying
this position to use.
he just gets himself in trouble with one guy and a handful of soldiers. Does he suck that bad?
More enemy units are moving south.
Where's that damn horse? Is it still stuck? Oh my god, it's still stuck!
Like fish to the bait, they can hole up in the castle all they like. They still have their egos.
This has gone on.
Yeah, let's just take this castle back. They've already...
Position to use.
I mean, they've already angered me by taking this position. I'm just gonna take it back. Anyway, your eyes didn't deceive you when that little prompt there alarmed you of who came out. Yes, there was somebody by the name of Wei Yan. Not the Wei Yan you're used to in Dynasty Warriors, well, in this game anyway. The one that works for Shu, no. The Wei Yan that worked
But I cannot go any
for Gongsun Yuan, and Zhang Hu has fled. Are you freaking kidding me? Can things not get any worse? No, good, because I'm gonna kick some ass.
for glory.
Who in their right mind would... You know what? Screw it. Screw it. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone, and I'm not gonna worry about it. Let the bastards have it. I don't care. I'm gonna beat this stage.
Turn and fight.
I'm gonna kill every last one of them.
Is how they handle a crisis? What is?
Seriously. What the hell? I already took that place back, and then they take it back from me. You know what? Screw it. I'm killing the main captain.
You have truly earned your reputation.
Because now the stupidity of the situation
Morale of our troops.
has pretty much rubbed off on this battle. So, Gongsun Yuan, you must die!
Please, have mercy. I surrender.
The fact that you instigated a revolt is not such a great crime. Your greatest crime was having the temerity to think you had the talent to do so. You, who were unaware of your own mediocrity. Die.
Curse you!
What a miserable world this is, where we are forced to watch while idiots erupt in hysterics. Meanwhile, my own talents are destined to be wasted.
The cunning of Sima Yi managed to eliminate Gongsun Yuan. Not knowing the limits of his strength, he had turned his back on Wei and declared himself the king of Yan. Unable to control his anger towards this fool, Sima Yi was reminded of another man. The unparalleled tactician that had fallen at the Wu Zhang Plains, Zhuge Liang. Once his star had faded, the land had changed dramatically. Within Wei, Cao Rui succeeded Cao Pi as emperor and began a rule of greed and opulence. While within Wu, they watched the struggle between Wei and Shu as they stabilized their own country and strengthened their defenses. Meanwhile, determined to rebuild its strength, Shu remained quiet as it recovered. It was then that Cao Rui of Wei died and was replaced by the young Cao Feng. Supporting Cao Feng were the Wei general Cao Shuang and none other than Sima Yi. However, Sima Yi willingly gave up his authority and decided to retire instead. For he felt that dividing power between two people would only lead to chaos within the government. In addition, with Zhuge Liang gone, there were none who could match his intellect. Realizing this fact during his battle against Gongsun Yuan, he later disappeared from the public eye. And so, as the lone authority of Wei, Cao Shuang moved to attack Shu in the hope of returning Wei to its former glory. Sima Yi refused to participate in this battle and dispatched his son, Sima Zhao, in his stead. It was a sign of how much he missed having a worthy opponent.
We can place ambush troops here, but that means these supplies.
It's a little dark for map reading, isn't it? Who are you again?
My name is Dung Ai, my lord. I have had the honor of speaking with your father on several occasions.
Is that right?
I have something I wish to discuss with you, my lord.
What is it you want to say?
Forgive me, but would you be willing to speak to our lord on my behalf? We have been short on provisions since our last campaign. Our first order of business should be to find some nice, fertile land. The enemy is clearly reading our every move. We should prepare for a surprise attack.
I suppose you already mentioned this to him and he ignored you. Well, he's not much of a listener. Even if it's coming from me, he's just going to say the same thing.
Perhaps, but you're the only chance I've got.
How do I always get myself caught up in these things?
Sima Xiao, for once I actually agree with you. Cao Shuang is going to really screw up big time in part 2. This is RP Man 985. Something tells me I'm going to have to get better equipment for this, because this is the first escort mission of this playthrough. See you guys next time.